Your eyes do not deceive you. Four-time AL MVP Mike Trout is back in the lineup. He'll be playing DH, at least for the first series, as we take on the San Francisco Giants. Now, if you know me, you know I'm in the medical community. I'm currently working in an emergency room. I've been an EMT for several years, or was an EMT for several years. How the hell Mike Trout is back after 2 months with a broken leg is beyond me. It's normally a 4 to 6 month injury. Maybe SDS will see this, but nonetheless, we play baseball. All right, we'll be facing Max Fried, one of the few but impactful signings that the Giants have gotten this past offseason. And you know what? They are better for it. They're second in the NL West behind the Dodgers. They hold the second wild card spot. Unfortunately, with most years, they would lead the division by a lot. But 'tis life playing against the Dodgers. Mike Trout gets his first hit on his way back to, I don't expect an MVP, but he should at least end up with a 2022 type Aaron Judge season. At least that's the way I'm seeing things. Where Judge played 100 games and damn near hit 40 home runs. So I'll take it if he can get like 30, 35 here. Are some of the additions for the Giants: Otto Lopez, Gleyber Torres, Brandon Drury, who we let go last season, and guys like Tom Murphy. A much different Giants team than you've seen the last couple of years, where they struggled to get free agents, the top flight free agents, even when it seems like they had the advantage. Nonetheless, good team we are facing here. They get a base runner to start the first inning. Gleyber Torres, a guy that I wanted to sign, but we had already drafted Wilson, so maybe he'll make us regret that. Fly ball into right field to end his AB. Jorge Soler still hitting for bombs. We're not 3 months into the season yet, and he's got 20 home runs, or damn near 20 home runs. He will possibly get to about 40, and you know what? We wipe these New Giants off the base pass. Joe Adell moved to the 4th spot. I think that was an accident. Unfortunately, he will swing and miss at a 12-6 curveball. Find his time. We better off sit on the bench for the time being. First strikeout from Max Fried. I've always found it weird to say his name Fried and not Fried. Okay, that's probably a bad black joke in there. Anyways, Gordon Wilson. His average down to 224. He hasn't really gotten very many hits lately. And he's not going to help his case with a pop-up near the on-deck circle. And, ooh, the outreach by Murphy. Good play there by Tom Murphy as Brandon Drury looks to exact some revenge against a pitcher which he's caught many a time, so he would know his pitching repertoire. First pitch he sees, smokes the curveball deep in the left field. What the hell am I talking about? He will end up with a double, something he did a lot as a member of the Angels, staying in California. I don't know why. All them damn income taxes. Ground ball to Madrigal, and he will launch one across the diamond, getting Yastrzemski by several feet. Take a look at that. He put everything into that. Only 86 miles an hour, but he's not a pitcher, so you're not pitching off a mound where the ball will get out of your hand just a bit harder. Nonetheless, Madrigal retrieves it in the infield grass, fires over to first again, and what do you know? No score for the Giants. Zach Noto will get a plate appearance, and he will slap one to the shortstop. Lopez fires across from the outfield grass. No, he will run that out, and he'll score that a base hit, not an error. Mickey Moniak sitting 3rd in the all-star right field voting. Unfortunately, he'll ground this sinker to 3rd, over to 2nd, back to 1st, but Moniak will be safe. As you know, he's been most of the offense, and remember, I did sign him for good reason as Madrigal will strike out. Young enough player, and we're going to have a rain delay. It's all good. Anyway, Moniak, a young enough player that I could see the potential where he can be one of the cornerstones of our offense. Not a great fielder, but not bad enough for me to be like, damn, I got to stick you in DH. So, Tom Murphy up to bat, number 9 batter, and Sandoval is looking a little rusty coming out of the rain delay. It's a 2-1 count, high fastball, misses his spot. Ooh, circle change, left it over the plate. Murphy can't do anything with it. 2-2, slider misses way off. 3-2, can we get a strikeout? It's not gonna happen though. That was pretty close. Slider misses, and Vance Wilson is gonna call on a reliever, call on Jose Suarez, a lefty, and he's gonna face a bunch of lefties. That's what this team has. 364 batting average against. And what do you know? Young Lee is gonna extend that even further with a base hit into left field. Runners are now on first and second, and these things might be getting out of hand. Otto Lopez strikes out, staring at a four-seam fastball in his inside zone. Torres, ground ball to Shonyo, who can't get it despite the dive. Might have got a little stuck in the mud. And now the bases are juiced for Jorge Soler, tied for 9th in NL RBIs. Madrigal goes to second. Wilson throws to first, and none of these base runners are going to matter. Leaving 4 on and none to score. Trout, swing and a miss at a curveball well outside. Trying to shake off some of that rust. Sees the same pitch, and we'll just let it go. I could foresee Mike Trout. Unfortunately, he's going to strike out. I can foresee Mike Trout not really playing center field for the duration of the rest of this franchise. And I only really say that because his fielding attributes are going down. So we're going to move him. Rumor is we may be moving him to left field. That remains to be seen, as Taylor Ward, he'll definitely be in the running for one of those outfield spots. He'll hit one down in the foul territory down the third base line. And Adele, damn it, going to ground out to Chapman. Chapman over to first. Ward will not advance, as Wilson is starting to struggle. I guess he might as well get him out of the way now. Circle change, gets out in front of it. I mean, he put enough of a charge behind it, but just could not lift it as far as it needed to. Hell, couldn't even hit it to Triples Alley. Speaking of, Yastrzemski hits it down the right field line. Moniak throw it back infield, but Yastrzemski, the grandson of a legend, Carl Yastrzemski, will be safe on second with his 10th double. Chapman did not get a hit earlier, will now. Ground ball down third base line. Ward will come up throwing, and where in the blue hell were you throwing that? Ramos, ground ball to Shonyo. Shonyo try to hustle it over to second, not going to be able to get it. Probably would have been better off just taking the one base instead of risking an error. Murphy will strike out here in the 4th inning. High fastball, and he looks disappointed, but you need to get back to your spot. Ohapi smacks one in the left field. He'll be the leadoff base runner for the Angels to start the 5th. Okay, surprisingly, they are moving away from Fried in this. I would think this is a little early, and they're going to go with Domingo Herman. Last Yankee to throw a perfect game, and you know what? Unfortunately, he's relegated to relief pitcher duty. Liner into right field. Solero come up throwing, but that runner from first should be easily scoring. No. Okay, both runners will just stay in scoring position. Neto swinging and missing at a pitch at the brim of his batting helmet. Why would you swing at that? Moniak liner right at Lopez, and are we really about to squander an opportunity with 2 runners on? Mike Trout on deck. Madrigal at the plate, 0 for 2, surprisingly, and he will take a sinker. Hit it to center field. Young Lee makes the underhand catch, and Trout will have to lead off the top of the 6th. Lopez slaps it to right with a runner on first. Moniak come up throwing, and runner going to third. He'll slide in just safely as the Giants will get runners at the corners. Torres, strike number 3, circle change on the outside corner. Maybe he was looking for something faster. Soler batting .218 with runners in scoring position. 2-2. We need the double play, but I'll take the strikeout. Circle change gets him whiffing, as it is now Brandon Drury's turn in the lineup. Is he going to bash our hopes of getting a victory? Maybe not in this plate appearance. Fly ball to left. Ward will make the catch near foul territory to end the 5th inning. Trout 1 and 2. Ooh. He will swing and miss terribly at a 12-6 curveball from Domingo. It is now Gordon's turn. Batting ahead of Trout, something you never thought anybody would do. And he's going to bloop this one into no man's land in right field for a single. Trying to rally his teammates, the 18-year-old. Ohapi strikes out. I thought that was a ball. I was not 100% sure. Speaking of sure, Seanyo's been pretty much a sure thing. 263, 267 this month, 4 home runs, 5 home runs in the last 2 months. So we can rely on him in a sense. Liner into left of center field. Young Lee will come up throwing. And we will slide in safe at third. We now have runners at the corner yet again. Hopefully we can capitalize as we don't have a run yet. Neto, chopper to second. Torres will go to first and a run will score. So ball game tied at 1 apiece. Neto getting some dap from his teammates. Rightfully so. Moniak. Liner into left field. It's not going to go as far as I would have liked, and he will stay put at first. Take what we can get at this point as we're up 2-1. Ward does not get very good contact, or at least doesn't barrel this one up. Hits it in the left field. The throw comes back in the second, and you know what? You got greedy on a pitch you got lucky on. Ramos was right to throw you out. Speaking of out, Joe Adell strikes out on a pitch that he hasn't swung at too many of those this season. That's why his average is where it is. Herget, what a pirouette. And then the throw to first to get the second out. Neto will retrieve this ground ball from Drury, throw it over to first, and through 8 we have a 1-run lead. Can we get out of this with the victory? Stephenson gets Stevenson or Stephenson? I'll check Baseball Reference. 18 of 19 on save opportunities. Curveball up the middle on an 0-2 count as Neto throws it over to first. We are 2 outs away from beating the Giants. Chapman chopper to Wilson. Wilson over to first. Throws it a little high. Maybe it slipped out of his hand due to the rain. Fly ball in the shallow center. Neto's not going to get it. Adell will shorthandedly grab it. And with Mike Trout coming back, we get our first victory with him. Hopefully, we've got plenty more in store. Hopefully, you will be there to watch it. Check out the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. Or check out anything else I might have on this channel. I got rebuilds too. Peep those. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.